Good evening, friends. It's been a lovely Thursday afternoon. Thanks for logging into Facebook. My name is Dinyar Modi. I come from a Parsi conservative family, a priestly background, have 10 years of work experience, worked across sectors in the field of marketing. Through my journey, I'll share about my professional career, some incidents and some lovely incidents, and also about how my career journey led me to do an MBA from Wellinger Institute of Management. Well, to start with, I graduated with a BCom from Lala Lajpat Rai College and started off my career on a humble note with Thomas Cook India Private Limited in the foreign exchange retail department. I was working for the headquarters at Fort in a lovely team of 20 and used to handle Unilever on a national level. So requests would not just be for Unilever professionals, but also for the leisure travelers as well as for the MICE team that we handled at Thomas Cook. So it was across travelers, across professionals going for MICE trips, as well as for the MoneyGram exchange that was inward remittance from foreigners, foreign Indians, so non-resident Indians who used to transfer money to their families. What I picked up from Thomas Cook is a good lot of values, mainly integrity, honesty, team spirit, and teamwork. How it's important to develop yourself as an individual and to grow. That's what I learned from Thomas Cook. To share with you some incidents would come later on. Moving forward, after 2 years, in 2010, I decided that I need to diversify my scope from travel to something very close to my heart by working for a Singapore organization. So I attended a few interviews with certain Singapore relevant companies and got a chance to work with an Alliance of Economic Development Board and the Ministry of Manpower of Singapore called Contact Singapore for the talent attraction in certain niche competency skills for the upliftment and growth of Singapore. So these skills were relevant to data analytics, cyber security, artificial intelligence, subsea drilling, piping engineers, QA/QC engineers, also for electronics, the semiconductor jobs, as well as for healthcare, so on, the list goes on. There I worked for until 2016, until the alliance was called off. The division shut down globally. However, Contact Singapore remains today as an arm of the Economic Development Board. At present, I'm one of the lucky few who was taken over by the parent organization called Singapore Economic Development Board, and presently I'm the marketing manager covering India as a geography to promote Indian investments and Indian companies to invest and use Singapore as a growth platform to springboard and enter into new and emerging economies, as well as to expand into other geographical economies of the world. So to start with, just recapping with Thomas Cook Foreign Exchange, then I moved to Contact Singapore for the Human Attraction Talent arm. Going forward, today at present I'm the marketing manager at Economic Development Board, handling the new set of companies which are the new Tatas and the Godreges, to help them, facilitate them to invest and grow in Singapore, use Singapore as a platform to expand and grow into other global economies. At Thomas Cook, I was handling Unilever on national level. Along with that, I was also handling MoneyGram for my branch, reporting directly to the area director. So that's when I learned what integrity is, because you are working independently, so you have a lot of responsibility on your shoulders. It was the first job for me, so definitely a lot of learnings. If there are mistakes happening, it's crucial because it's foreign exchange, so even a mistake in a decimal is a huge mistake, an opportunity lost. So that's how I was mentored. I was good to have been mentored by my managers throughout, be it all my jobs, I was really mentored very well, and great team support. I have the chance to have through giving a transaction for foreign exchange. I also met Ratan Tata and celebrities like Tanisha Mukherjee, and also have done foreign exchange deliveries to crew ages by going on a ship with a captain's ladder. That was very interesting because it was outside working hours, but because the job needs to be done, and my bosses just told me, "Hey Dania, we are giving you an opportunity to do something that others have not. Are you ready for an adventure?" And I just said, "Adventure can't be limited." I never knew that it was going to be crew ages at 2 a.m. in the night, but I said, "Okay, I'll go for it. I like adventures," and that's how I learned that adventure helps you get into other team activities and become new leadership qualities. So leaders are not born, they are made. This I learned a little while ago, but that was observed through that activity in Thomas Cook. And after 2 years, I felt that I can diversify and do marketing in other roles as well. So why not do something with Singapore? Because that's something which was my passion. So I followed my passion, applied for a few jobs with Singapore companies, and I got a chance to be hired by the Contact Singapore, which was then the Alliance of Economic Development Board and the Ministry of Manpower. There I was still an executive and was covering, I was marketing and handling how to provide logistic support to arrange my trips, because I was the one man running the show, covering the north and the east geography. I had a colleague in the south who was handling south and the west, but then going from there, that's how I learned that being independent without team, how you can grow and build new skills. So right from mapping your scope of work till doing the logistics arrangement, as well as sharing about how Singapore as an economy is different from India and how better it is as an economy. That's what I got to know while being on the job. My job allowed me to present to the students at IIMs, IITs, ISB, ISC, which were the premium schools, one of the best schools that India can offer, about working and living opportunities in Singapore. That's when I learned how, as an Indian, you can share more to connect with the people here. Somehow, a Singaporean might be respected and listened to, but the connect can only be made by an Indian to an Indian for sharing something about an external geography like Singapore, which is a very small place with very limited natural resources compared to India. Singapore is just the size, a little bigger than Bombay. I would say around the size of Bangalore, with very limited land, but opportunities are fantastic. They are one of the developed economies in Asia, one of the leading economies in Asia, followed by Hong Kong and Japan, offering relatively less income tax, as well as corporate taxes are a flat 17%. So going forward, after the transition happened, the alliance broke off in 2016. Was a rough patch, I would admit, but seeing my leadership qualities and seeing that I can perform well, I was taken over by the parent organization called Economic Development Board, which is the Singapore Economic Development Board. There again was a chance to facilitate, so moving on from marketing opportunities for working and living, today I'm marketing opportunities for investments into Singapore, to grow in Singapore, to springboard into economies in the Asian continent as well as in the global scheme. So there's a lot to offer. There are incentives in place by the government, as well as the facilitation support is fantastic. So that's how the professional side goes. Coming to what led me to the hybrid program, since I was in Contact Singapore, I felt that I've touched a limit where I need to further enhance my skills. See MBA not as a degree, but as a skills building platform to enhance yourself and build leadership qualities. We all have it in us. We just need to fine tune the qualities and shine. So I believe that all humans are rough diamonds, but when you polish it, that's when the shine comes out. So use MBA as the polishing tool to fine tune your qualities and shine as a better person and as a better leader. Why the hybrid program? I could have opted for 2 years and easily gone and done my full-time MBA. That's always preferred, right? But I always see that since I've already continued and I'm in my career, why disturb my career? The hybrid program gave a fantastic opportunity thanks to Wellinger Institute, thanks to Dr. Rajesh Apparnath and team, thanks to the faculty, Professor Iyer, Professor Bhattacharya, Professor Rahul, Professor Pujari, and also there are other professors who are quite good. I remember my first attendance as a personal classroom program, which is the PCP. That's when the first connect happened with faculty for me. Somehow I missed the first virtual class facility, which is the VCF, but that's when I get to know the faculty in person. So lovely hybrid program. It allows you to continue your career as well as at the same time, in that 2 years, you continue your career as well as the MBA program, and at the end of it, it's a win-win situation for both. Why for both? Because at the same time, when we are learning from our teachers and our mentors, the mentors are learning from us. So it's quite a good experience. It has been a rich experience with value-added activities as well. With Professor Iyer and Professor Bhattacharya, students connect very easily. For the slogans they use, you'll come across it, which is awesome. And Mr. Professor Bhattacharya likes to do that. I'm too good, too expensive. So these are some things that I picked up from them, but overall the experience is quite fine. Mainly the faculty is experienced and you get to know about both the curriculum is well prepared, so you get to the cost is reduced, but you get the facilities of a full-time MBA program. The books are designed very well for part-time practitioners as well as for career people who tend to just keep the books aside for a while and then read it. However, with me it was different. I had the chance while I'm traveling, I just pull a book and start reading. With the VCF and PCP, I already completed 3 revisions. So the book is fantastic, and the virtual class facility and the personal classroom programs also help revise your stuff. And it helps build networking. The VCF is a platform which is similar to what I'm doing right now, where professors speaking and students are listening in the platform. But there's a chat room where students can interact with the faculty and convey the message to other students. That was my first networking connect that I made I remember through Professor Pujari's class, where he used to type that I can't do this alone, I need your help. So someone used to make a summary of my teachings. And in the chat room itself, I started typing after him, and he used to take the effort of copy and pasting and put it in the classroom channels. And that's where when I came in the PCP and everyone was like, oh, so you are in here, wow, we know her name to the face. So that was a nice connect there. And after that, everything is history. When you go for skills development programs, very few schools in Bombay would take you to industry visits if you're doing a part-time program. And really it's very helpful because you meet leaders in those areas. I had the opportunity to go for Jindal Steel Works at the Tarapur factory and see actually how the steel process works and how the industry is functioning and what makes Jindal the leader in that particular area. There were some parts where even Jindal Steel is better than Tata's, which was quite interesting to note, and it was quite good to meet people there. So don't take the skills development as just another activity where you gain marks or gain some points, but it's very much needed to be very realistic about seeing what you can learn from the leaders and how you can develop your skills. It's a skills building platform. That's why it's known as skills development program. Apart from that, there are other activities like meditation camps, there are camps for Himalaya trekking, there's business simulation games, CV writing. So all in all, those are wonderful. So you can enroll. It's on a weekend, Saturday, Sunday. So you need to take time out. It teaches you time management. That's something I learned from the program. 1 month before the exams, you need to see to it that you have blocked your dates and you are well prepared for the exam, and you have to select the center which is most convenient to you. So for me, at a part, because I was in BKC, I actually left from work and directly went to Mahim Center and just gave an exam. And at parts when I was at home, I used to choose a center at Tarde, Bombay Central, Baikula, and just finish from there. So centers are well spread for the exams as well, and most of these centers have air conditions and other facilities like a good computer. Networking should not be a problem, and you just finish an exam in an hour's time. It's all about how you are flexible and adapted to the program. Once you've made the decision about going into the program, then these are just nitty-gritties and fine-tuning that you'll automatically come across and become a leader. So hybrid program itself, if you have attended, tends you to give a step edge ahead and a cutting edge to become the next leader. Apart from that, there are other networking. If you join the alumni membership, then they have an alumni event which you can attend and further network with. There are professors have their own network, and you can opt for that as well to grow your networking skills and grow your professional network as well. So there's also, the website is very fine, which is www.wellinkeronline.org, which has news articles, VTube, and other certain news events which are already there on the platform, which allows a student to see the other leaders and the alumni who have passed out from Wellinker, who are in other walks of life, how their experience is, how they perform in their careers, and how they actually have transformed their lives after doing an MBA from Wellinkers. So see the hybrid program as a tool to sharpen and polish your leadership skills, your management skills. The books are there, the material is there, the professors are there, and if you go to the classroom programs, then definitely the students also help each other out. I'm in touch with a lot of students who have really helped me, who are still in touch. We have a WhatsApp group and we are still connected. We do meet once in a year's time. So the whole program is quite nice. Do enjoy the program. The program is worth it, and I hope to see you as the next leader from Wellinkers in the alumni meet. This is Dinyar concluding this session. Have a lovely Thursday. Be awesome, be confident, and God bless.